What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Fresh Smooth Boxing TV here, man. Back in
Yes,
full
sir.
effect. Back in full effect. Fresh off the hiatus. We in here. Um, we want to chop up this fable, man. We want to talk about Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. A lot's going on. The boxing world is on an uproar. I've never
As they should
seen.
be. As they
Let me
should
just
be.
say, I've never seen this many fight fans mad about a close fight. Okay.
Well,
Wait before you go.
you say what you got to say.
Mad
Then I'm
about
saying
a
what I got to
close
say.
fight. All right.
Because this is going to be a debate here. I want y'all to
So
know that this is about to be
so
a
the only
full-fledged
the only
debate.
thing
Okay?
I'm upset about, or people should be upset about, is that 10th
All right.
round scorecard for that judge who had it.
That's
The
irate.
judge
That's
that had
irate.
it for
Devin Haney almost
Devin
got it.
Haney. Okay, that was the clearest round that we had. 10 and 11 were the clearest rounds for Lomachenko.
So you're telling me that that's not irate, that they gave the 10th round, I believe it was, to Devin Haney when Lomachenko almost killed him in there. Had him on
I get
stiff
it.
legs.
I get it. Look,
He was getting hit with an in-swell. When you ever see Devin Haney get touched with an in-swell, whatever you call that?
look,
In the corner, his face showed it all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
look. I get it. That's the only thing we should be upset about. Not upset at Devin Haney for fighting a good fight.
I'm going to let you
All
talk.
right.
I'm going to let you go.
Not upset at Devin Haney for fighting a good fight.
All right.
I get it. But the problem that I have, it's not, look, if you want to have it Lomachenko, 15-12, if you want to have it a draw, I actually had to rewatch the fight.
Yeah. 8-4.
And I actually have
8-4.
Huh? No, I don't have it 8-4. I do not have it 8-4.
Bro, and then let's jump in, because look, then they want to talk about, Daddy Haney don't want to. He don't need to get a rematch. Like,
well, let's get to that. Let's go on. Let me get there, man. Let me get there.
Go ahead,
I'm trying to get there. All right, look. Where was I at? So, off the first watch, I must admit there was a lot of swing rounds. And when there's swing rounds, you got to beat the champ. First off, you got to beat the champ.
Round 10 and 11, he didn't beat the champ.
You got to beat the champ. You got to really beat the champ. You got to come up out of there and then there's another thing. In the place, in the arena, every jab Lomachenko landed, everything Lomachenko landed was it was an uproar.
Bro,
it was clearly a Lomachenko.
The whole what AB say? The whole HOO.
It was a Lomachenko heavy fan base there, right? So it begs me to say, what are these fans really mad about? Right? They got a good fight. What I'm seeing is this. They fell in love with the storyline. Devin Haney's the bad guy. He's the villain. Right? Really he pushed Lomachenko.
Bad about him, like, ain't nothing.
But it's not even about that. It's not even about that. It's about how the fans fell in love with the fact that Lomachenko is not only the underdog, he's the underdog in the money line. He's the underdog, right? So he's the underdog in the fight. He's 35 years old. This is his dream to be undisputed. He went to war for his country. And he's coming back, and he's the underdog against a young, undefeated Devin Haney, who all he's trying to do is prove himself to the boxing world, who don't give him any credit, even though Devin Haney's fought some pretty good fighters. All I'm seeing is the fact that people are so in love with this storyline that they're just going crazy over robbery.
I gotta talk now because I'm done with all this. I'm done with all this storyline shit.
It's not.
I'm done with all that.
Look, when there's a good fight, it's not a robbery. I've seen robbery.
Fans don't care about that. Whoever won the fight. Like, real boxing.
Yeah, but not the way it's going. Not the way it's going. Look, it has a lot to do with a lot of things, man. It ain't just boxing.
But that's not what happened. And listen, real boxing fans don't give a fuck about no storyline. Are you crazy?
That's what you think.
Are you crazy?
Then why are you acting like this?
Oh, go ahead.
Why are you acting like this over one fight? I ain't see him act like this. There's a bunch of other fights I ain't see him act like this about. Why are they acting like this?
Hey, guys, in the comments, please drop down. Real boxing fans don't care about no storyline. Talk to me. Talk to me.
The casuals do.
We're talking about real
Boosie
boxing
does,
fans,
right?
we
The
talking
Nellies
about, look who
of
said,
the world,
who
right?
said it,
All the artists that were there. Those are the casual fans. The casual fans. Wait, the casual fans are the ones. A lot of them are the ones buying the pay-per-view.
Listen to me. Can I say something?
So all I'm saying is, look, all I'm saying is,
look. Crawford. What Crawford say? What's the court say? What's the court say?
They were in the building. 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 Anybody that was in the building, their opinion is swayed, bro. Every jab Lomachenko landed was, oh my God. It was, did you not watch the fight?
When Shakur Stevenson wants to fight Devin Haney, he wants Devin Haney, but he said he
lost. We'll talk about the 135 division next. We'll cover it.
No, you didn't catch that one over your head. Listen to this.
What?
Gore said Loma should be undisputed, man. He won. And all Shakur want to do is fight Devin. So why would he say, oh, Loma won? Like, why would he want to? He's giving real facts. Like, Loma won, but he
don't give a damn what Devin Haney with Lomachenko. Shakur Stevens is just trying to get a big fight, regardless. He just wants to fight somebody. He wants to be a big star. He wants to be on pay-per-view. Like, Shakur just wants a big fight. He wants Lomachenko. He'll take Devin Haney. He'll take anybody that he thinks is going to be the biggest fight, because that's
I ain't going to cut you off after this.
Beast.
Who does he want to fight rather, Devin or Loma? He'd rather fight Devin. So why would he say that? Like, come on now. Let's
turn your volume up a little bit.
I said, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, look, who would Shakur rather fight, Devin or Loma? So why would he say that? He's keeping it 100.
That 100 doesn't matter, bro. He just wants a big fight. Loma should have won now, but now he wants Devin Haney because Devin Haney's a champ. At the end of the day, you know, let's look at it for a quick sec. Let's look at it.
Okay.
Let's look at it.
What
we got here?
Why are we looking at this?
We got Devin the Dream Haney.
I'm done looking at this.
Now 30-0.
Yes.
Most importantly,
with like
he got the big dog Lomachenko under his belt. The big guy Lomachenko.
You know, you sound real biased.
He doesn't have a bad resume. He got Lomachenko. Cambosis is decent. Joseph Diaz, Jorge Linares. Come on.
You sound biased.
Gamboa was already out of there. I'm not biased. I'm just saying that the fact that people are trying to discredit the fact that he actually was the champion and he fought a good fight.
He fought a good fight that he lost, man.
Okay. If you feel he lost a fight, that's fine. Yo, I've seen people lose fights all the time by opponents. You're like, oh, that could have went the other way. I didn't see, but not like this, bro. Not like this.
Listen,
this is different. It begs me to believe, bro. Is race an issue? What about race? Race can be an issue too. It can be race because a lot of black guys are saying that.
I call it spade a spade. You know, every fight I've been to, every fight we watched together, we call it straight down the middle.
They fell in love with the storyline.
We call it straight down the middle. We ain't never sugarcoat nothing. So why are we having a disagreement here? I don't get it.
They fell in love with the storyline, bro. They fell in love with the storyline. I was watching the fight live. I was like, yo, Devin Haney won the 12th round. It was a couple of rounds that were tossed up. I'm not mad. I give that fight. I wasn't scoring it live, but I gave that fight to Devin Haney.
I do give you the credit when you're saying a lot of rounds, like they're very hard to score because Devin Haney started off strong, then Loma finished strong.
Not only that, if you go by punch stats, people are saying, okay, by punch stats alone, Lomachenko should have won that fight, right? He landed the clear shots. He landed the more punches. He threw the more punches. I get that, but when the judges are looking at the fight, right? They're looking at ring generalship. They're looking at a controlling the pace of the fight. They're looking at aggression. I'm not saying that Lomachenko didn't have any of that, but so did Devin Haney.
Let me talk.
Off the rip of the first bell, Devin Haney ran up to him in the middle of the ring, and it wasn't no jabs thrown. It was throw that left, go ahead and throw because I'm digging to the body as soon as you let it go.
You ready?
And then he threw the left hook, boom, and then he landed that. Like he came out aggressive. Yeah, that counts for something.
This guy's crazy.
Listen to me.
Let me say something now. Okay. So let's talk about. No, here it is now because I'm about to really get you. So it was a close fight, right? It was a close fight. But who got rocked? Who was all banged up around 10 and 11? Okay, so right there, if we got a close fight, who got hurt worse? Who?
Devin Haney looked like he got hurt.
Okay, all right. Then if it's a close fight,
Loma got hurt too to the body. He got hurt to the body. A lot of times Loma took a step back and was like, "Oh, let me reset," even though he was hitting Devin Haney.
Listen, he wasn't looking like Devin Haney around. Listen, boy, you better stop.
So, I mean,
you just got to cut it out.
Got rocked. Look, that's another thing that I'm going to say about the fight. Lomachenko will do good. A lot of times do good in spurts, while Devin Haney was always moving forward. Okay. Devin Haney will win the first half of the fight, the first half of the rounds, and Lomachenko will take off on him
unless they have a rematch. This is what we got to deal with.
Look, Devin Haney, when I was watching the fight, all I was watching was Devin Haney control the first half of the rounds or more than that, maybe the first 2 minutes, and then Lomachenko kind of come on and kind of finish with a flurry, land a lot of clear shots, and finish the round strong. So everybody was like, oh my God, Lomachenko won that round because he landed some clear shots on Devin Haney. But Devin Haney was pushing the pace in that whole round. So, yeah, he landed the more shots in that round, but Devin Haney was the one showing the more aggressive approach. He was fighting the fight he needed to fight. They said before the fight, we're going to take it to him. We're going to press him. We're not going to sit here and try to – they thought Devin Haney was going to jab him to sleep. That's not what Devin Haney did. Devin Haney went up and he pushed him back and he fought.
Uppercut to the body, like, man, nobody was trying to see
what I'm saying is you don't want to give him no credit, but the truth is that a lot of those rounds, Devin Haney was pushing the action.
Let me tell you something.
And then losing the last minute or something like that off the rounds. That's how I called it. So, unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion. Everyone has an opinion. I'm not mad. Look, I'm not mad if you got Loma winning. I'm not mad if you got Devin winning. But the whole robbery and this whole uproar, this is great for boxing. I love it because it's bringing more attention to the sport of boxing. At the end of the day, it's a good thing.
I'm saying he lost. Like, forget a robbery.
At the end of the day, it's a good thing for the sport of boxing. Now, what does Devin Haney?
They gave Haney the decision. I don't care. But he lost.
What does Devin Haney do with the villain title that he got now?
What villain title? Ain't nobody worried about him. Like, man, take him, put him to sleep.
You saw what Floyd did with it.
Nobody worried about him.
You saw what Floyd did with it. Listen, what does Devin Haney do?
Tank, listen, Tank, Shakur. He got some sharks out there. He better work.
No. What I'm saying is, what's next for Devin Haney? I mean, think about it.
He got two options: Shakur or Tank. No, he got three: 140, Shakur, or Tank. That's it. And I don't want to hear.
This is the thing. Who's Devin Haney? Before the fight, he wasn't the most liked boxer because he wasn't getting all the flashy knockouts. Because people didn't like the way he fights or he would beat guys, even though he would constantly try to push the action against some of the big guys to try to put himself in and make more fan-friendly fights. And he would get hurt for it. Like he got hurt versus Linares. He got hurt versus Jojo Diaz.
He got hurt versus Loma. He got hurt versus Loma.
Right, because he was giving you guys a different fight. But it doesn't mean that now. Well, let me get to it.
Is this
now that he is considered a villain in the sport?
No, I'm just curious. Is this your dude? Because you really like you. I mean,
what's the smartest thing for him to do? And the smartest thing for him to do, because let's say he just fights Joe. Let's say he gets a. Right. But that's what I'm saying.
Like that's it.
That's what I'm saying. He's in a firehouse because he can't. I don't think he can just take Joe Schmo and defend.
Oh, he got some belts.
Right. If he just says, I'm just going to defend my WA real quick against, let's look at him. Bro,
if he lets them belts go, Devin Haney
the WBO, it doesn't matter. Let's say he just wants to take a quick title defense against a nobody. Who's going to buy that? First off, it's not pay-per-view. And
once you become on pay-per-view, you're supposed to stay on pay-per-view. Am I right or am I right?
Exactly. Now, that doesn't happen like that all the time. Sometimes you have to take a step back, take a big step forward.
Really,
just like Javante did. Right? Javante was fighting on pay-per-view, but then he took a step back.
When?
Right?
He never got on.
When he fought Hector Garcia.
That was pay-per-view.
That was pay-per-view. Oh yeah, that was pay-per-view because they made a big card. I forget that. They did make a big card out of it. I forgot it was a big card.
It's not even that, bro.
So he has to stay on pay-per-view.
He started his pay-per-view career, so he's supposed to continue on pay-per-view. You agree?
The only way you're able to do that is by fighting the big fights. So I'm trying
Tank or Shakur. Or you know what he could do?
Let's look at him real quick. Hold on.
Hear me out. You know what he could do? He can go up to 140 and fight. If Teofimo Lopez wins, he can go to 140 and fight for undisputed and be double undisputed.
Teofimo Lopez is not going to be undefeated. Remember, Rolly got the other belt.
No. So that's not undisputed?
No, that's for 3 belts.
Okay.
Rolly just got champion last week, so
he'll
have to fight Rolly.
Everybody's smoking Rolly, so we're not even worried about him.
Hey man, I like Rolly. Don't talk about my man. I like Rolly
too, but I listen.
Even though he was losing that last fight, and listen, old man.
If I see these guys outside, I say what's up to him. I ain't got no beef with them, but I'm saying we're talking boxing here. I'm talking the facts.
Let's look at what Devin Haney got.
He got knocked down by a 40-year-old. Like, come on, man.
Who do you think he can fight a fight with that would give him? He can fight Isaac Cruz and get some pay-per-view numbers. Isaac Cruz wouldn't fight Devin.
Beat Isaac Cruz. That's too much pressure for him, man.
We got. I mean, think about. I mean, look at it. Look at this. We got some decent fighters. He will have to dig deep into.
I mean, what's that other dude's name? What's his name? The undefeated dude, man.
William Zepeda is no joke.
Zepeda.
You know that.
Zepeda. He don't want them he don't. Listen.
Got Edwin De Los Santos who can rock Jermaine Ortiz. That's all.
Man, I posted the other day, and I stand on what I say. He can't beat nobody else in that 135 division. That's an elite fighter. Tank, Shakur, and if he go to 140, he getting knocked out. So his options is very limited. So let's be realistic here. No, let's be realistic.
One thing I like about Devin Haney, let me just say.
Like, I'm not knocking him. I'm just talking boxing here. If I see listen, we talking real facts here. I like to get to the facts.
What are the facts?
The fact is that he can't beat nobody on the 135 as far as the top elite fighters. Shakur, Tank, they both smoking him. He go to 140, he got a chance on going to sleep. So his options are very limited. Straight up. And we're just talking boxing. I know boxing. He got rocked by Loma. Loma's not even that big of a puncher. Like, what are we talking?
I think looking at the 135 division, let's look back and look at it real quick. I think he beats everybody on there, but he has a hard fight with Shakur.
Crazy.
He has a tough fight with Shakur. This Keyshawn Davis guy is supposedly really good. I'm watching him. I mean, he has to still fight somebody.
Keyshawn Davis, he can beat him right now.
But who besides Shakur Stevenson?
Tank. I mean, you just missing the heavy hitter. Like, I guess Tank invisible to you. Tank invisible to you, huh? Okay.
I gotta see it. Man, I gotta see it. Devin Haney's not gonna fight the same fight he fought against Lomachenko against Tank. I'll tell you that.
I bet he ain't. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't even sign a contract.
Well, we'll see. Look, one thing I will say about Devin Haney is that the guy he really believes. No. Look, Devin Haney really believes in himself. He really does. His dad came out and said, "Oh, we don't want to fight him. The fight wasn't closed." Blah 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 blah. I mean, we know that's cap. We know that's lies. You know what I mean? His dad knows they ain't trying to run that back.
Against David Haney in 17 minutes.
His dad knows they ain't trying to run that back. But what if they would? But what happened if they would?
What, they run it back?
Will Loma get older out of nowhere? Will Devin Haney get better out of nowhere?
I don't even like that fight.
Why wasn't Loma so immediately saying, "Oh, I want to run it back. I want to run it back. I want to run it back"? Why wasn't Loma on that kind of time? I didn't hear him say that.
They said they're gonna dispute it. They're gonna dispute that.
That ain't shit. We know that's nothing. We're gonna appeal. There's no appealing.
Let's be realistic.
There's no appealing a good fight. Come on now, that's just nonsense. Come on.
And nothing's gonna happen from that. So they might.
We have bad judges going on every other weekend, but we're gonna appeal this one fight that was a close fight. Come on,
like something's gonna happen. Like they're gonna overturn the decision to give him the belts, right? Like, come on,
knock it off. And by the way, in a draw, because I had a draw. In a draw, the champion keeps his belts.
Of course.
Take that.
But that would have been nice, though. That would have been like, then they had to run it back. They had to run it back.
All right, look.
You don't want to hear it no more?
How about you? Shout out to Lomachenko. Look, by the way, just to the facts. These are the facts. The facts is I was betting on Lomachenko on the knockout. That was my prediction.
What did Loma do good?
Loma did great. What you mean? He did everything.
You did all Devin Haney.
My thing was he controlled sometimes a lot of the later half of the rounds, and yeah, he did a lot of things good. Devin Haney, they both did a lot of things good.
They both did a lot of things good.
I just feel like
a hell of a lot of things good.
I just feel like
I feel as though in a close fight, right?
Side, and he still didn't completely beat the champ. Beat the champ where it was like every judge thought, okay, he beat the champ. He didn't beat the champ. Not all the way as he should have in the first half of that fight. He did in the second half.
And my thing is like he's saying, right? It was a close fight. Okay, you're right. It was a close fight. But let's look at, you got to go deeper. Okay, so it's close now with the rounds. Who hurt who? Who did this? Who did that? Loma hurt him. Loma had him all banged up, nose busted, getting inswelled. Like, I mean, they both was banged up after the fight. They both look all.
It don't matter. It's a round by round type of thing,
Devin Haney like that. I never.
It's a round. It's round by round at the end of the day.
All right.
It's round by round at the end of the day. I mean, look at who was it that just got did you see the Rayo fight?
Who?
Rayos on the Caleb Plant undercard.
Yeah, I was there.
He knocked him down. He knocked him down. Let me go look at that division. He knocked him down, and he still lost that fight.
I get that, but I'm saying we're talking.
He wasn't dominating the rounds as he thought he was. He was fighting. It was kind of like the same.
High drama in the 12. Who did more overall? Loma.
He was fighting at the end of the rounds, is what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, man. And Devin Haney did win the 12.
Should have did more in the beginning.
Loma dropped the ball by letting Devin Haney win the 12. That was a big. He dropped the ball on that one, man. You heard me? Did you hear me? Loma dropped the ball by letting Devin Haney win the 12. That was wild. Did you hear me? Loma dropped the ball by letting Devin Haney win the 12. Like he
and honestly, I don't think he tried. That was his intentions. He didn't try to give him any round.
But I'm saying he should have fought that round like his life.
But see the way you're thinking about it. Loma dropped the ball by letting Devin Haney win the 12 instead of you saying Devin Haney dug deep in that 12, landed a lot of body shots, throw both hands to the body, and pushed Lomachenko off of him and shorted his offense and made him think twice and made him move back. I mean, come on. Y'all not giving Devin Haney no credit for nothing.
I mean, look, I said he fought a great fight.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel like he won the first 4 rounds of the fight, and then he lost the rest. All
right, well, we're going to see what
happens. I feel like it was
man.
like 2-1. It was like 2-1, and then he won the 4th. And then Loma to me was just executing. I mean, that's my opinion, and that's a lot of people's opinion. So I mean, like you said, it was a close fight. So you know what? To knock out the noise, run it back.
I wish they did. And honestly, I think Haney will get better, and I think Lomachenko will be more aggressive in the first half of the fight, and he might get Devin Haney out of there. He might not. He might get clipped. You never know.
It makes a great rematch, and it's going to be pay-per-view again. I mean, come on now.
It only makes sense. Run it back.
It makes dollars, so it makes sense.
Just like Floyd would.
Yeah, Floyd ran it back. Hey,
Floyd run it back.
Run it back. Hey, but you know, he ain't have many of those, but we ain't going to talk about that.
All right, man. Fresh and Smooth out, man. Check us out on the next one, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
Like, subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button.
We'll be dropping more content soon. Peace.